Welcome, Year 3, to your second English lesson for the week. In today's lesson, you will read and understand the story Sizo, the Earthshaker. For you to be successful in this lesson, you will be able to listen to the story and share your own opinions about it. Answer questions in full sentences and check to see if you've used full stops and capital letters by yourself. There is some key vocabulary to take note. The word dinosaur. Sizo. I wonder what Sizo is, or who Sizo is. Punctuation, capital letter, full stop. And the area that we're looking at from our student learner profile is character. We want to see if we can show integrity and empathize with the characters in the story. Your do now task is to be able to write the letter a, or an in front of the noun. What you will find is if a noun starts with a vowel, you will need an. And if it doesn't start with a vowel, you would need a. Pause the video to do your do now task. We'll go through it now. Apple or an apple? It's an apple because it starts with a vowel. The next one is a table. The word table starts with a consonant, so at the beginning you would have a. Hour, an umbrella, a chair, an unicorn. You can see here our knowledge organizer for this term in English. This is so important because it allows you to remember the sticky knowledge. We will practice this every day to remember key facts about our story, important vocabulary that is used in the story, and also about the characters in the story. Pause the video to look at the knowledge organizer. Now it's time to read the story Sizo, the Earthshaker. Sizo, the Earthshaker. One day, in a faraway land, the earth shuddered and the trees shook. "What is it?" wondered Brenda, the wisest dinosaur in the land. Suddenly, through the trees, appeared the biggest dinosaur she had ever seen. It was like a grey mountain on legs. It had a long, long neck and a long, long tail. "I'm Sizonosaurus, but you can call me Sizo," said the enormous dinosaur in a tiny voice. "I've come to live here." "Well, Sizo, could you please tiptoe?" asked Brenda. Sizo tried to tiptoe quietly, but his feet were so large that he woke George, the old Triceratops. Both dinosaurs were unsure about Sizo living with them. "Please let me stay. I promise to only eat the leaves that you can't reach," begged Sizo. George and Brenda agreed to let him stay. Eventually, Sizo settled into his new home, but he was not happy. He always worried about the noise and trembling that his footsteps made. One day, George stormed out of the forest because the earth shuddered like never before. All the dinosaurs blamed Sizo, but for once it wasn't him. "Another Sizomosaurus!" exclaimed Sizo. He headed towards the noise. The earth shook harder, and he could smell something strange burning. In the distance, he could see a red river erupting from a large mountain that was heading towards the forest. Sizo plodded back as fast as he could so he could warn the others. "Danger!" Sizo shouted in his tiny voice, but no one could hear him. He knew everyone could hear his feet, so he began to dance. Sizo shouted, "There's a river of fire coming towards us." "It's flowing out of the mountain and burning everything." "That's a volcano," cried Brenda. Quickly they all thundered through the trees to get to higher ground. At last, they reached the high ground and let out a great sigh of relief. "Thank you, Sizo. You are a real friend. From now on, you can thump all you like, and we won't complain," said the grateful dinosaurs. The end. If you have a dice, you can use a dice to answer the questions, but if you don't, it's absolutely fine. In your books, you would write question 1. Question 1 says, "What was your favorite part of the story and why?" When you're writing your answer, you could say, "My favorite part of the story was," and tell us what your favorite part of the story was. Question 2. What is your favorite illustration and what does it show? Think back to when the story was read. Which picture did you like and what did it show? My favorite illustration is, it shows that. You will continue answering the following questions in your copybook. When you finish, take a picture and post it on Shobi. Don't forget, perfect presentation. You would write question 1 and you can just write the answer. Leave a line and do question 2 and write your answer.